I'm going to get started by saying this. Dallas was off the chain on Friday, packed house, had some tech issues on Zoom as you can only have with Zoom. But a lot of you guys logged in from all over the world. This is so cool to see people popping in from everywhere. I'm going to bring on right now, right out of the gates, our panelists. Cameras on, guys, because you're going to talk. If you were in Dallas, talk to me about your experience, what you saw, what you felt. Take 60 seconds each. Matt, GJ, Stacy, over to you.
Well, I'll go first since I was definitely there.
Matt and Stacy, over to you. I'm sorry, GJ and Stacy, over to you. Matt, you weren't there. My fault.
That's why I jumped in. Dallas was definitely off the hook. I've been a part of some big launches, and the one thing I can say is the buy-in is big. The buy-in is huge. The other thing that I saw is people are looking for a safe home, and safety was found here with Shapley. And then if you saw all the different things that are about to be launched with Shapley, so we got a little sneak peek, preview on Friday, and I'm telling you, it's going to make your life much easier to run your business on a global scale. And obviously, we're over 100 countries already, and I've never seen something go this fast, this quick around the globe. And the leadership is awesome. The buy-in is awesome. The tech is awesome. I could go on and on. I'll shut up right there.
What was your favorite part, buddy? Out of everything you saw, what was your favorite part?
To see all the people from around the globe come together for one common mission and to interact with one another as if they're one big family. That was the biggest takeaway for me because it's all about the people.
Beautiful. Hey guys, if you're just logging in, if you haven't said so hello yet in the Q&A, feel free in the Q&A to say hello. Tell us where you are hopping in from. I see somebody from Turkey up way late at night. What's happening? Stacy, you were there. Tell us about your experience in Dallas. What did you love about it?
Yeah, so I think I came in with lower expectations and not realizing what the event would feel like. And, you hear about events where it's like it felt electric and you hear people say things like that. And, you always think that they're just saying that just to like hype you up. But it really was a different feeling than I think I've experienced ever. It wasn't a giant room. It wasn't a full stadium. But the excitement that people have for this opportunity is really, really genuine. And that's, you can feel the difference when someone's telling you what they want you to hear. And they're just, yeah, I'm so excited and this and that. And then you actually feel the sincerity and the excitement that they have. You can actually tell the difference. And I will say the people in the room were probably the top 300 people in the world. Like there are some heavy hitters in terms of experience, all different marketplaces, all different verticals, industries, experience. It was a collection of amazing humans and individuals. And so to know that they're all coming into this company, that's a really good ingredients for an amazing cake.
Global pools are going to be fun. Hey, I'm going to bring it down under. It's got to be, let me think, 12, 11. It's like 11 a.m. her time. She was on a plane for 24 straight hours, landed either today or yesterday, or she landed tomorrow. I don't know because I can't. It's hard for me in these time zones. Tracy, how was your experience in Dallas?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. And just reflecting on what Stace just said, when I went there, obviously I haven't got a heavy a network marketing background, but certainly a business background. And for me, until you get in the room, until you really see who you're working with and what you're doing, to know that this is actually a business and the potential of this business is infinite. And, the professionalism, the vibe of the people, just the way everyone got on together and had that positive outlook for what we're doing, even though it's not perfect and it's not there yet. But for me, it was more about the vision's clear. It's the execution that we need to get on with. But for me, it's such a fabulous opportunity. I love all the people that we're working with. I was really blessed to be able to do some training and all of those things to bring a little bit of a different aspect on how we train and how we teach people to execute on this business. I think, you know, if anyone doesn't get on this, they're missing out. And I think, you know, you don't want this to be, so many times I see it in my real estate. Oh, I should have bought a property 10 years ago, or I should have bought Tesla shares, or all of those things. For me, Shoply is that unicorn right now. And if you don't get on board, even if you don't know the full detail, it doesn't matter. You've got titans of industry around you who are going to help you do everything from corporate to socials to AI, all the things that people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for coaches to do is all in one little neat package here. And for me, if you do the work, you know, your life is going to change, not only financially, but giving you that freedom to be able to live that laptop lifestyle if that's what you want. And so for me, it's brilliant.
Well said. Well said. Well, we're going to circle back to all three of those panelists in a little bit. Two more gentlemen here I just want to share before we begin going down the recap of the event. Matthew Britt up there somewhere near Ottawa, Canada. I know you've got some big plot of land somewhere up there now. Weren't down in Dallas this weekend, but tell us what's been hot for you guys. Like what's working, what's cooking, you know? Maybe we go kind of into some like something tangible here. What's really working for you guys?
Well, I was tuned in to Dallas, so I made sure I watched that whole event. Can't miss this thing. I had to be on the Zoom, but really what's working is keeping it extremely simple. You know, the platform is extremely unique. It's simple to talk about. People understand e-commerce. They understand social selling. They understand that although retail used to be a thing, it transitioned into e-commerce, and they understand that e-commerce is going to go through its transitions too. So being able to utilize the simple tools that have been created by Shoply already, that 3-minute sizzle video kind of as an exposure number one works fantastic to filter a person out, have them say, yes, I'm open to more information, or no, I'm not. The other thing that I use incorporating along with that is the article by Accenture, you know, a $200 billion business that analyzes markets and has written an article that's not about Shoply, but about the direction at which e-commerce is going, has been a fantastic tool to accompany that sizzle video. And from there, a person is open to moving forward, or they're not. If they are, great. I get them invited into the platform, accept this free spot, which I tell them unlocks more information. So I'm keeping it simple, using company tools. I'm not trying to be a tool. My excitement through the voice is always something that will motivate people. And I found that that's the best way to create something that can be duplicated by other people, so they don't need to feel like they need to be an extrovert.
Good
which I'm
jokes.
not.
Good jokes never die, bro.
Good jokes never die.
Don't be the tool, use the tools. Let's go. Let me jump over to a guy that I have been tracking this man for 15 years. He's a rock star in our industry. Everything he touches absolutely grows and expands, and he creates momentum at a blink of an eye. And I'm so thrilled to be partnered with him in launching this company. Travis Flaherty, over to you, brother. Take it away. How's things cooking your way?
You know what? We're excited. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being here amongst so many wonderful leaders. And I got to just say this, if this doesn't excite you, then I don't know what does. You know, at the end of the day, there's these windows of opportunity in this industry, and they don't open very often, and they don't stay open very long. And ladies and gentlemen, right now, they are wide open. And if you're not excited about that, then I don't know what. Listen, you got to go look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is going to get me excited? Because there is a difference between casual and committed. And those of you that are casually sitting back, took a position, wading into the water right now, are missing out on one of the greatest opportunities that you'll have to completely change your stars. And so for me, when you say what's working, just get excited. You know what I mean? Most people join a business, but professionals, they launch a business. You know, when we decided we were going to do this, we made a decision that we were going to go all in, because I've never met anybody that dabbled their way to greatness before. So if you're going to do it, then do it. And so when we made that decision, you know, I took the weekend and I sat down, I put 3 poster boards on my wall. And the first, I'm old fashioned. I just started getting all the names out of my head onto a piece of paper. I'm very visual. I speak English and I speak whiteboard. Those are my 2 languages. So I needed to just get everything up on the wall. The second piece of paper represented that I had contacted those names and I had moved them from one sheet to the next sheet. I keep it very simple. But the third sheet was the most important. I put 1 through 50, and I put a deadline Friday at noon. And I've done this several times before when I launched, and those 50 represented the people that were going to partner with me. And I gave myself a deadline that I had to hit by Friday at noon. And I went to work. And at the end of the day, I started having conversations. You know, my hot market, texting them. Listen, when do you have 5 minutes to connect? I have something important to talk to you about. I got on the phone, started having a conversation with them, got them locked in, got them connected, got them engaged. You know, I don't lead with free. I think that free devalues the opportunity. I let them know they can take a free position, but I don't lead with free. I lead with the value of e-commerce coming together with social influencers, coming together with the timing of network marketing evolution. And I explain what we are about to do. And at the end of the day, most importantly, Nick, I think that people join your big vision. When I explain to people, look, this will be the biggest thing that I've ever done in my life. And the people that choose to lock arms with me at this stage of the game are going to win. So tell me yes, tell me no, tell me fast, because I got to go. I got 99 more people to talk to. Do you want to have one of my top 50 positions? Yes or no? And that's it.
Man, it's like, it's smooth. It's like music when you talk, man. It's like butter, like beautifully stated. Thank you so much for the wisdom. We're going to get into an event recap here, guys, in 30 seconds, show you some new stuff, show you some goodies. But I got to check in with my partners here. Ron Williams, how's the vibe your way, brother? How's it all feeling coming out of Texas? How's the people? How's the leaders? Let me hear the goods from you. Frozen over to Rod Larson. Rod Larson shooting across to Dallas. Over to you, partner. Same question.
Oh man, all good for me. It's nonstop. Was up until, like all of you, up until 3 o'clock, 3:30 last night, up again this morning, kicking it, running it, calling, you know, outbound texts, inbound texts. Energy is really off the chart, and that's a really fun thing to participate with each of you on.
We spoke at 3:20 a.m. my time last night, which was 2:20 here. That was our last phone call. That was this morning. This morning was just last night for us.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's great. You know, I couldn't be happier. Wouldn't be any other place. Thank you so much for all the energy, everyone. Partners out there, partners in the corporate side, we love you. We can't wait to run this hard with you forever. Thank you.
Let's check back in with Ron. Let's try to unfreeze this man and get him talking. And you know, guys, we got 50 more spots open on this webinar. So if you want to immediately hit somebody, you know how this works. Once those are gone, they're gone. So Ron Williams, over to you, partner. How's the vibe your way? He's frozen.
Please tell me you can hear me.
You might want to shut your camera off though, partner. You're frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, guys. It was working perfectly a second ago. Well, first of all, it's been a flurry of activity. Everybody's got a lot of questions, excited, reaching down to their organizations, getting everybody ready to upgrade, getting the communication stream going. But it's really fun, guys, and I'm excited for everybody to see the announcements tonight. We're gonna unveil for everybody because there's so many things coming out that are pertinent to getting to the next level together. So I'm very excited to be joined with everybody. I can't wait for the announcements. Great hearing from our leaders tonight because we have some of the best leaders in the world for sure. And thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Rod Larson, let's talk vendors. You got an update here. Got some early folks. Want to keep everyone's attention on this. Remember, we didn't release the documents for early vendors to even participate until I think Thursday. Maybe it was late Wednesday night. We went into the event on Friday. Weekend's the weekend. Today's Tuesday. So in my mind, we're only really 3 days of paperwork of people being able to submit early. How are we looking your way, Rod?
Things are really moving fast. Let me give you each an update and a couple of suggested paths for you as influencer pros. So let's remember a couple of things about the way the process works for influencer pros. Influencer pros are the ones that get to go out there and create these vendor development relationships, this business development effort. So each of you right now, please make the commitment. You're going to go ahead and upgrade here in a few short days to the influencer pro level. On the official Shoply Telegram channel, you should see pinned, I think it's a pinned notice. Stacy, maybe you can confirm that with a thumbs up here in a second, but it should be a pinned portion of, there it is right there. That's what it looks like. There is a document in the Telegram channel talking about how you can help somebody that you're talking to, some vendor, become a beta vendor. There is in the lower part, number 3, there is a pre-scripted email that you would have your vendor send in. This is important. It has to come from the vendor. I'm going to explain why. Vendor copies and pastes that information. If you like, you just send that email to the vendor and say, forward this back now to the email at vendorapp@shoply.com, and then that process will be engaged. What is that process? We are a brand new e-commerce platform. Of course, as we've mentioned several times, as a company with the LaCour ecosystem, the company that we're a part of, we absolutely own and manage our own transaction gateway, our own merchant account processing gateway. But regardless of that fact, every merchant account gateway has what's called underwriting. The underwriting comes from all of the agencies around the world that approve the know your customer processes that we engage in. And every platform is unique. They are so blown away with what we're doing here and the vast number of different types of vendors that are coming in just during the beta test, that we have very, very sort of stringent processes, very precise processes. This is only during the beta test format. So what happens? You format that email into an email from yourself, send it to the vendor. The vendor then forwards it and puts their information, their company name, their product category, the best contact for their company, not you, for their company as a potential beta vendor, excuse me. And then, of course, they add their contact information. Make sure that when you send this email to your proposed beta vendor, you put your information on that last line, referred by influencer. That influencer, your first name, your last name, and if you like, put your phone number in there. That's how we make sure we attach it to you. Again, this is initial process only. Here's what happens. They send that email in. We have a direct support team that will outbound direct to them their own link to a Google Doc for them to put the very basic information, things like corporate information, their articles of incorporation. That's the world we live in right now. If you're going to be on an e-commerce platform as a vendor, because of things like the Patriot Act, which is just here in the United States, there's similar acts all around the world. There are very precise processes and information you have to put in there. Our team receives that information and then interacts directly with the proposed beta vendor, back and forth on information. And then our team will create the vendor platform, their window, their actual back office dashboard, if you will, for the e-commerce platform at Shoply. Once that's created, our team will then outbound directly to the vendor. Once they've been accepted, then the vendor will begin to upload the content, the images, and begin to set the pricing for their beta products. Now, we will stand ready to help. I will stand ready to help if I have to during this beta process to make sure every vendor has their products priced the way they need, with the commissions, the anchor products figured out, everything in process and place for that. At this time, we have something north of 70 plus vendors, without even talking about some of the other brands we're putting into place. Some of those are digital, some of those are physical, etc. A couple of quick updates. Because we're getting through this process, some of you have some CBD or other types of, let's call them more advanced, more modern, and in some cases, underwriters consider those high-risk products. We're going to push some of these CBD type products to the round 2. Round 2 for us could be in a week, could be in 2 weeks. We just need to get through some initial beta setups. But remember, a final thing I'll tell you, Nick, and then I'm happy to answer any questions about it. Let's remember that what we're working on, what we're doing, what we're building together and collectively at Shoply, we don't want anything that's offensive. Of course, nothing pornographic, nothing alcohol related, nothing cigarettes or tobacco related. Those are going to be tightly regulated based on specific markets, and we're just not going to go there. What we're looking for, absolutely consumable, great products, the things that you would see, Nick, on Amazon, on Mercado Libre, on Alibaba, on Lazada, on auto, any place where you actually live, where you would go to find an e-commerce related product shipped to your house. That's the kind of product we're looking for. Something exciting, something modern, something consumable, something people like. But Nick, back to you to ask me any questions for something I've left out.
No, this is good. I'm just in this Q&A, just knocking it out. So thank you everybody for putting questions in. Let's go to panel real quick so we can get some good balance. Panel, if you've got any early vendors for all intensive purposes for everybody else. What an early vendor is somebody who said, I'm an influencer pro, I'm going to build a team, but I'm also a vendor. Or I've got somebody I'm really, really, really close to that can handle the fact that we're building the tech. It's going to be buggy. We're going to have to figure out, we're going to have to break this thing as a vendor before we roll it out to everybody else. So, panel, have you guys engaged any early vendors on your end that are a part of the beta? You know, what's been the experience for y'all so far?
I'll kick it off, Nick, because I feel like I feel both. I'll put both that a team builder and a vendor. So we're going to bring our drops on. We have a variety of different products that are in everyday drops. So we're bringing them on. And obviously, I've been a pioneer on many projects. So what is a pioneer? So what's the answer to these people? Some they're waiting for a platform to be perfectly ready to go before they're going to be ready to come on the Shoply. So the people we're targeting right now are people that understand that, hey, there's a process. We're working towards everything. We're going to get things right. We may need to test some things, and we need people that are going to test it and be okay with that without saying, oh my gosh, it's not perfect and this isn't where I want to be. So as a pioneer, sometimes it doesn't work quite as well, but here's what I'm going to say right now. This is a bold statement. Now, Ron, and Nick might be a little scared when me say that. I am so confident that things are going to work very, very well because of what I've already seen. I believe this will be the best launch of any company that I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of 3 big ones. So I'm going out there as a bold statement. I know that puts a little pressure on. And the other thing is, you've got leadership right here that are working around the clock. I met Rod for breakfast on Sunday. He'd been up a good part of the night. And then he got up, had coffee with us, and he says, I got to go and knock everything out. And there's a level of commitment. So if you're looking for a vendor, there is a level of commitment for success, both for you as the influencer and both for your vendors.
Thank you, buddy. Let's take one more. Anybody else wants to jump in on that?
Yeah, I've submitted a number of vendors so far. I think about 8 of them have submitted stuff, and I know a number of them have already been selected. And same thing as GJ, you know, I'm talking with them about being a pioneer on this platform, being willing to commit to being a tester and finding problems and breaking it and working with corporate to ensure that all the vendor challenges are sorted, and just really being a teammate as they help stand up this platform. So it's been very well received with the vendors that I've been talking with, and I've definitely identified some key ones. And I'm very excited that some of them have been selected already, and hoping a few more of them get selected as well. So excited about it, man.
Thank you, partner. Let's take a couple questions here. We've got a few questions in the chat box. I'm gonna go back to Rod here. Do vendors have to be an influencer pro?
No, they do not have to be an influencer pro. And in fact, we've been very, very careful to structure this because we believe so deeply in the crowdsourcing concept. Influencer pros bring vendors. Vendors could become an influencer pro after the fact, but we want to make sure that your interest is protected. So influencer pros bring vendors. Vendors start as vendors. If they decide to become an influencer pro themselves, guess what? Then they have the opportunity to bring their own affiliates, build their own team of influencers, and drive other products through the channel, which is actually incredibly important. Nobody else gives them that opportunity.
Excellent. And what's the difference? Maybe I'm gonna actually go to our panel on this. What's the difference? And Travis, let's take this. What's the difference in becoming a vendor now or waiting a few months? In your opinion, Travis, what's the difference?
First to market always wins. I think that the opportunity that
No
you have.
hesitation. I already love you. It's my first time working with you at a panel. Let's go.
First to market always wins. The opportunity to be on a platform like this. I mean, go back to Amazon when they were launching in the early stages and imagine being among the first businesses that are coming onto that platform and the exposure that you had. Flip that coin. Imagine if Amazon said to you, we'll pay you a royalty to go get those businesses and bring them onto the platform. So, you know, being first to market, I think always wins. And I think that we've already become, correct me if I'm wrong, the largest gathering place of influencers in the world already at this stage within the first couple of weeks. And so as we continue to grow from whatever the number is today to hundreds of thousands to millions, you're going to see so many vendors that are coming onto this platform. Imagine being a pioneer in the early stages at the beginning and having an opportunity to be able to reach out to the leaders and to the influencers that want to do product launches continually for their organizations. I think that that's a tremendous opportunity.
Well said. Thank you, partner. A couple more questions. Bridget, can an affiliate or independent consultant add companies, products, or services? Not if you don't own them. You have to own the products or services that you are representing inside of the marketplace. And I think I got one more for you, partner. Okay, I'm going to jump topics really quickly. I probably should have done this in the beginning. Somebody just called me out on it. And I like when people, you know, they push back, but it's smart. We are doing a strategy session that's very specific. And if you read the flyer, if you read the announcement, if you watched the video, if you read the words, it tells you what this was about today. But usually underneath the name of anonymous, you get the most specific statements because it says anonymous. They said, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. Why am I here? It's a good point. It's a good point. So if somebody did invite you to this today, I should have started with this, and you did not look at the 2-minute video, the 3-minute video, the 400 different snapshots that you could have looked at, Shopley Partners on YouTube, anything with the word Shopley having to do with us, of course, and our videos, all the compensation videos, anything listed. First of all, I apologize. Anyone that we work with could have gotten you that information. But if you got this information, it's linked to all that other information in one way, shape, or form. We don't have time today to go through all of what we are and how we do it, nor do we have time to go through the compensation, but all of it's available. If you go to YouTube, you go to Shopley Partners on YouTube, there's playlists there. You can get caught up. We just launched it. We'll put a couple videos in here as well. So thank you for calling me out on that. I should have started with that, but hopefully that gives some context. Let's keep going. Let's jump over really quick. Mr. Ron Williams, you're next up, brother. First, Ron, as a little surprise for you, we have your favorite video that you've created. Well, maybe it's not your favorite. It's my favorite video that you've made so far. Why don't you talk just a little bit about, you know, the vision, the mission here. I had Stacy pull the video. I'd love to show your 90-second video here when you want to kick to it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, good point you made there, Nick, about seeing all the work that has been done. There's been countless hours describing who we are, folks. And hopefully whoever brought this person in will be a better enroller or something to make sure they're educated. But at the end of the day, folks, I'm very excited about what we're doing. I like the vision of this company. Remember, this is a company that really focuses on people. We're going to have all this technology and all these transactions and all this business and all this money going back and forth around the world. But at the end of the day, if we haven't made an impact on humanity, we haven't done our jobs. And so we're going to focus on the things that unite humanity through our business platform, because we have so many more things in common than we do apart. So I love that we have this vision of a business that never sleeps, leveraging the global economy indiscriminately to every doorstep on this planet, more or less. And I think we're already in 130 countries, somewhere in that neighborhood, guys, and still going. So it's very special. This is a very unique moment. I always warn people, don't be desensitized right now hearing the next quote unquote deal. This is not a deal. This is a transformation of a profession. This is a birth of a brand new vertical we've never seen before. This is an opportunity for those of you who are here to be on the ground floor of something special. And what we do in the next 2 days, next 48 hours is critical. Just how we reach down, how we communicate, how we talk, how we empower, how we translate to people what is next. So which video are we talking about? We're talking about the incentive plan?
No, that's not my favorite one. You've lost it. The actual one that talks about the LY.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
the
awesome.
LY.
Well, folks, you guys know when I first got to know this company, I wanted to contribute because I knew that I wasn't going to contribute until we get a little further down the road more. But I knew that if we were to talk a little bit on the biggest picture, when I think vision, I always go to the very top and then make sure we declare what's on top and then build out all the extremities that support what's on top. And this was my effort to do this. This was done a couple months ago before I even knew fully what we were. But these are videos. We're going to have around 104 of these, 2 a week, that will be dripping out in social media just to kind of let people know we're alive. We have a heart, we have brains, we have a purpose, we have a mission. Thank you, Stacy.
Unique. A generational idea, category creating business solution for the career-minded entrepreneur. Now, a reality. Abundant. Create a full-time income in your spare time. Live your dreams all the time. Intuitive. Don't drown following outdated, oversaturated business verticals. For as of today, they are limiting. Get out from behind the problem and start winning in front of the solution. Shop. Set up shop now. The world is coming. We are Shoply. A shopper's dream come true.
Awesome, guys. So you'll see at the end of the day, we care about the people. The people come first to us. The people are the best product, the only sustainable product. It's us. So we'll put a lot of focus on the people while we do our transactions and while we do our transformation. So with that, I'd love to go into the incentive plan a little bit, folks. Now listen, everybody's been wanting to see the incentive plan. How do we get paid? What do we do? And listen, there's a lot of ways to approach an incentive plan. You don't have to understand every single detail to work the plan. Some of you will want to understand every detail. And for that reason, we're going to introduce 3 documents to you tonight, 3 separate marketing pieces, if you will. The first piece is a video. Look at all this. This is awesome. Stacy, that's beautiful, by the way. This is beautiful stuff. And the first thing we have is a little short video. Now, it's not deep, but it goes in and just quickly just recaps how you get paid in this whole thing, because what we're trying to do is teach you the street version, at the same time provide for you the entire document that goes through all the details for those of you who want to go down the rabbit hole. So we're going to play just a little bit of this video up front for you so you can see what it is.
At Shoply, serving our shoppers or customers comes first. Then, the wealth is shared with vendors, entrepreneurs, and influencers alike. For this reason, we bring to you the Shoply Incentive Plan. There are 8 different ways to earn. Take your pick or choose them all. So let's get started. So, there are 3 ways to start. First is Influencer, which unlocks most of the bonuses earned, as you can see here. To get started and prepare yourself, simply purchase a license that includes a premium training module package, where you will get training tools, influencer and live commerce training, social media training, mindset training, and leadership training. All of that highlighted by an AI training module.
Awesome.
For only a one-time $499 fee.
There you go. So that's about 4 minutes long. It goes through the 8 ways to earn the compensation plan. And you all know that there's verticals that you can make 6-7 figures a year if you just work one or all. It's up to you. Okay, so that's piece number 1 that's being released. It's kind of semi-released already, but we're formally releasing it tonight. Piece number 2 is an actual presentation slideshow using the slides from the video that you just saw. And this is kind of a PowerPoint presentation. You can see some of it right here. There you go. Yeah, actually, this is the actual 20 page. So this is the one that goes through all the details, folks. So this is going to be released as well tonight, in addition to a PowerPoint presentation. So look at this. This is something for you to go through and read, get a better feel for, and understand. And for those of you who love to read and get all the details, it's available to you guys now. Every comp plan works when you run volume through it, but a comp plan was not an incentive plan. Our incentive plan was not designed to work you. It's designed for you to work it. And so as you now establish your financial health within Shoply, make sure you take enough time to share that, to learn that, so you know what you're talking about, so you're duplicatable, make it simple as possible, and just work it and prove it right. That's up to you to prove it right. So folks, what I would say to everybody here, this is not a time to be a critic. It takes no power to be a critic. Come down in the field with all of us and bleed and sweat and work with us and just make this whole thing happen. I love this whole thing. I'm so glad. I'm proud to introduce these videos, these presentations to you guys. There's a lot of detail in these things. Thank you to Jorge and others, Nick and Rod, for all the work that they put into it as well. So thank you guys.
Hey, stay there with me, friend. Let's bring on some friends here. Stacy, what do you love most about the comp plan? Who else have you not bringing? Tracy, what do you two love most about this comp plan that's rocking?
Well, I mean, the part that I like the best, I think you're going to talk about later. So I probably shouldn't talk about the community bonus. No, the thing about the comp plan is that I think you guys have done such an amazing job of thinking about all the drivers that motivate people and what will keep them engaged. Give to the marketplace, receive from the marketplace, direct bonuses. You can be a free affiliate and still make a direct bonus. You don't have to build, you don't have to have a team, you don't have to do all the things, which is the first time we can have social media influencers in a network marketing space, and they actually can exist in our ecosystem and they're going to get paid for it. And that is groundbreaking. That's brand new. It's not been done before. You guys have done an amazing, phenomenal job of thinking of all the incentives that will keep people in the ecosystem and rewarded them in the right ways. And so hats off to you guys, because I can't wait to see all the commas on everyone's checks.
Yes.
I'm going to add to that too, Nick. Thank you, Stacy, for those comments. The compensation plan, the incentive plan here, folks, is very logical. It's common sense. When you really just look at each of these verticals and you look at how it pays, it's logical, it's common sense, and the money finds leadership. I'll just recap it that way.
Rod, can you dive into some of these vendor questions that are still pulling in here? While we're running this, just maybe scroll up about 20 comments and just hit a few of them. Tracy, over to you.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Stace says. But the other thing is there's so many multiple options of where you can get started. So if you're not confident in one area and you are in another area, you can get started on that. And when you build your confidence in that space, then you start to move on, and then you'll start to see what's possible and get over the fear of, you know, having that just one vertical that usually happens in most of the other opportunities out there. So for me, it's like, get started here, get your confidence up. People who have got that confidence already might start on all of them, which is great. But if you haven't got that, there is so many different options to start. And I think the other thing is, you don't have to be a previous business owner. You don't have to have a million years experience in this thing, because this is the opportunity to get people started on their first step of the journey. No matter how old you are, no matter what background you come from, there is an opportunity here for everyone. And I love that.
That's my girl. I'm going to surprise y'all with this one, but I remember when me and Rod went two different directions on this one a couple months ago. We were sitting in a room, and I had said for about a month, I said, Rod, I don't see how we're going to keep influencers happy if we're paying them a percentage. I don't see how it's different than any other network marketing company. They're going to get in, they're going to not like the percentage, and they're going to talk trash about us. And I remember the precise moment when I realized Terry LaCour is 1,000 times smarter than I ever even thought he was. And I respect the hell out of this man. Like, this guy doesn't even really have social media. I found his Instagram for his basketball stuff now, though. But he doesn't really go out there and build social media. Somebody posts for him, it grows. He's not a social media guy. And he's like, no, we're not going to pay him a percentage. We're going to pay him 100% of the direct bonus that the vendor's willing to pay him. I was like, we're going to kill this. We're going to absolutely crush this, because an influencer doesn't want uplines meddling in their money. They don't want a company undervaluing them. They don't want to feel like they're being leveraged. And if they do, they're just going to go straight to a company, straight to another company and put a deal together. We've got a place for influencers to go, and they can just search through direct bonuses. And if they don't like it, this is the key. They're not mad at Shopley. They're not mad at their upline. They just don't pick the vendor. It's absolutely brilliant. So that's my favorite part, Ron. Closing thoughts on this section, brother. I'm going to be coming back to you like crazy, but I do know you have to jump off for another presentation. Just let me know either way.
No, actually, very proud of this compensation, this incentive plan that we've designed, guys. It's very tailored. I love it. So I'm with you. Thank you so much, Nick.
Okay, and anybody that wants to know, the Telegram is in the chat box. Posted it a long time ago. A bunch of videos are posted there as well. And we're going to show it again here in a slide. So, all right, let's jump topics. Let me pull up some topics here. What kind of topics we got next? So we're going to shift gears here, gang. We're going to talk about some tools. We talked about a couple of the tools earlier with the YouTube channel. Let me give you guys a little reference here again. It's at Shoply Partners. Shoply Partners is the YouTube channel. Here's a good look at it. Go ahead and play this little video. This is where you go right now. You can find 13 different languages of the explainer video. You said this was a video or no? It clicks in?
No, it's not a video.
Okay,
It's static.
How do you lie to me? You said it clicks in? If you want to click in, go for it. If you do special things,
I can go to it.
Yeah,
Give me one
don't
sec.
stress. No, seriously, don't stress about it. So there's the explainer video in 15 languages. There's several comp plan videos. There's several snapshots. There's tens of thousands of views on certain videos. So get in there, guys, and get into the tools and use them. I heard Matt talk about this a moment ago. He's like, I don't explain anything to anybody. I just send them videos. Anyone else on the panel that's using the current videos or making their own, or what are you using for tools? Maybe GJ, or back to Tracy, or anyone else. What are you guys using for tools?
Well, in the past,
I'm using.
go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
all right.
Go ahead first.
No, I'm
Ladies
just
first.
saying, for me, why not use what we've already got? Time is of the essence. And as we're going through this, these videos are amazing and they're very clear and concise. So rather than having to reinvent the wheel and do, a version, obviously when we talk to it, we simplify it. But for me, I'm using exactly what we've got, talking to the simplicity of what it is so that we can keep up speed, because as we all know, speed to market is the goal, speed to sign up, speed to get everyone going, but at the same time, using the wonderful stuff that you guys have already prepared. So I'm leveraging that. No time to waste.
Well said.
Reinventing the same thing.
Anybody else hit it?
I can tell you why tools are so important. I'm sitting here on this as a panelist, and I'm sending tools to people through social media right now. So it saves me from having to say anything to them, and the tools are doing the talking.
Good. Anybody else?
Success in network marketing looks like duplication. Duplication comes from simplicity. It's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. And you guys have done such a phenomenal job. I'm actually sitting here so impressed with the marketing, the branding, the amount of tools and resources, because we haven't even opened the doors yet. Like, we're a couple of weeks in. To be able to have this level of infrastructure and resources that are available is a testament to the leadership team, to the founders, the partners, and ultimately a very good sign and indicator of where we're going in the future.
I love that. I love that you said that, partner, because we've been grinding on it. All of us have been. And the key point that you said, we haven't even started yet. We have all of this already, and we haven't even started yet. What do you guys think this looks like in 90 days? But also, hey, we want you to be entrepreneurial. Use the Shoply Independent Influencer logo. If you want to do a presentation off the slide deck that we have, and you like your voice and your style, be my guest. Use that logo and be a leader. We're all for it. This is about decentralizing, becoming a platform to empower all of you guys as different leaders. Okay, Shoply Simulator. This is a tool that is waiting on me. So I'll throw that out there to everybody. It's waiting on me to get it done. I got to shoot a video that explains how it works. So it's just in an order of priority. I will get it done for y'all. But here's a little bit about what that looks like. So for those of you guys that remember the community bonus, boom, 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 it is based on everyone who joins the community with a license. 50% of that license goes into the community bonus. And then when subscriptions start happening, 50% of the subscriptions, those go into the community bonus. And influencers and influencer pros are the only people who can participate in the community bonus. It holds 797,000 seats or nodes, 779,000 nodes from you and your entire community. And between you and everyone you're working with, you're going to fill up 10, 50, 100, 200, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000 throughout your entire career here with Shoply. Now, an influencer and an influencer pro, look right here. They are going to have affiliates and they're going to have vendors. So an influencer and an influencer pro, they're going to have three things, excuse me. Their own subscription, 30 or 40. They're going to have affiliates and they're going to have vendors. A node is one influencer or one influencer pro. A value of a node is one influencer or one influencer pro plus all of the subscriptions they've generated from their affiliates and or vendors. So should you have 50 people between you and all of your leadership pouring into your community at an average value per node of 150, you're making $262 a month out of this. Well, what if you put personally 0 people into the community? You put in 0 influencers and 0 influencer pros. What would your income be? $262 here, just off this one little bonus. Wait a second, I put in 0, but I got 262. How? Because whether you do anything or not in putting people in, it's going to fill the nodes. But it's going to stop you at $500. So once this goes to, in this case, in this particular example, let's go to 85 people. Let's say your community grew to 85 people, 90 people. There's $472. You're now going to get capped unless you go build a status in the marketplace. This business is all about building in the marketplace. Vendors, affiliates, direct bonuses, products being sold, business happening, transaction volume happening. If you'll go do that, you'll advance statuses from a catalyst all the way to a global influencer 3. And you'll be able to earn, when that goes to 900, that's 4,700 a month. That's 50 grand a year out of one of the 8 ways that we pay. There's 7 other ways for you to get paid. But the only way you're able to do that is if you go build in the marketplace to a T3. What if you had 9,000 people? That's $500,000 a year between you and everyone in your leadership for years to come. It's a $500,000 a year income, just one of the 8 ways we pay. And that's not even talking about if you want to be a vendor. Some of you guys got crazy dreams. I do. What if it goes to 90,000? There's 500 grand a month. So you get the idea. This simulator's built so you can go in there and play with it. I got to shoot the video that will give you instructions, just like I just gave you instructions now. That's going to be in video form there. Obviously, I will read the disclaimer to you. Disclaimer, these figures are simulated and not representative of the income. You got to go do the work. You got to go put in the work. You got to go put in the effort. This is not a guarantee. No guarantees of infinite. Disclaimer, 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 disclaimer. Go work. Go do the work. If you work, this will work. Let's jump over to anyone that wants to sound up. Travis, how do you feel about the community bonus, brother?
I'm just smiling. If you know, you knowed. That's all I get. If you know, you know. Because at the end of the day, like if you literally took a position, think about this. For all of you people that signed up for free, if you do not activate, if you don't use it, you lose it. Like I can't even imagine at this stage of the game, before we have opened the doors, somebody going, yeah, I'm just not going to activate. Like you could earn $500 a month for literally doing nothing but showing up at the right time. It blows my mind.
Well said. Stacy, any thoughts? You said this was your favorite bonus earlier. Anything else you want to add on this?
It is. It's my favorite bonus because there's the overlap, the waterfall, the overspill that you get from the community. It's really and truly the only time that we're rallying for everybody else. You think of all the other MLM companies you've been in. If Susie down the street sells products, that makes your group smaller. You have less people to sell to. It's different in this company. The platform, the strength of the platform is going to be the strength of our paycheck, which means Matt doing good, Travis doing good, Tracy doing good. It makes our platform better. It's like there's the law of the fax machine. A fax machine by itself is useless. It doesn't do anything because it needs other fax machines. We are a platform of fax machines. We need each other to strengthen the platform. And that is huge. That is going to be amazing for all of us that we need each other. And it's a community effort because that creates synergy amongst all of us as promoters, as influencers, actually. So I'm really excited about this, to be honest.
Panel, you complete me. Ron Larson, Ron, you complete me. Couple questions in there, about 19 from Anonymous. I can't wait to find out who Anonymous is. He's got 19 of them, or she. This is only 3.5%. You said it was 7%. Yes, because unfortunately we can't give you 100% of the subscription. We have to keep 50% of the subscription so we can stay in business. It is pretty important that we stay in business. So we pay on 50% of the subscription. We pay on 50% of the license. We pay 100% of anything the vendor is willing to pay in the marketplace. We pay 100% to you guys on that because as you guys know, Shoply takes a 15% marketing fee, plus we pay the merchant account fees out of that. So it's really 12. So yeah, we feel pretty good about paying 50% on subscription, 50% on license, and 100% on the marketplace bonuses from the vendors. Okay, let's jump back into the slide deck, Stacy. Let's move forward. We got a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to do it. Here's your Telegram link. Everybody, hit it with your phone if you can, or screenshot it, come back to it later. And we're going to talk to you guys just for a moment, or I'm going to show you guys here just for a moment, a little bit about, before you press play, the inside of the website. So we'll show you guys a little bit of the inside of the website. I want to put disclaimers here. This is the template version. We've got to load in the vendors. We've got to load in the products. We've got to build this whole thing out. But I do want to give you guys some early viewing because we showed the people in Dallas and I think it's fair. So let me give you guys a little look-see here. So if you were going through the customer experience and they got to Shoply, there's all kinds of categories here on the left. They can pick any of the categories, watches, stuff from the house, fragrances, clothing, etc. So I want everybody to know, like, okay, these guys have got a real technology that they built here. If you click over here, you could absolutely search for products if you wanted to search. You're looking for a laptop. Let's go ahead and add this laptop to my wish list, or maybe you want to go buy the laptop. You could add it to the shop cart. So guys, we've built a real tech. This thing has been a year in the making from an idea to now. And the tech build out has been probably 8 months. Ron, how long have you been working on just the shopping experience of this bad boy? I'd love to pull you in and talk a little bit about this.
Now, we've been working on the experience just the experience, relatively speaking, with a specific team for the better part of 4 months, 3 months. But the tech goes back 2 years for initial conceptual, 2-3 years for initial conceptual concept or development with Terry and some of the original group. I came on and started working with them last year. We've been running hard and crazy. You and I met in January, I think, of this year.
Yep.
Right, over some lunch, trying to get aligned and everything. I mean, and that's a blur. That seems like yesterday to me. So that's how hard and fast the groups are working. I think it's be interesting for everyone to realize that we have teams scattered around the world. We've got some groups in Australia. I'm talking tech teams, dev teams. We've got groups in Australia, in the Middle East, in the United States, in Canada. We have all these teams working 24/7. I've got support teams going on the in Australia, in Asia, in the United States, also in Australia. So tons and tons of work going on, and cannot wait to kick the door open for you.
Panel, initial reaction to if you saw it Friday, I'll take your initial reaction from there. And Rod, by the way, thank you for all the hard work. First initial reaction, were you guys surprised, let down? Were you like relieved? I was relieved. I was like, oh, thank God, this looks good.
It's
It looks good.
real. It exists.
Anybody
it's
else?
gorgeous.
All of the above. I'm texting people right now going, man, it looks sharp. Like I was really hoping, you have faith, and, we've been building it. It's gone from, the conceptual to actual. Just by seeing that, I'm like, okay, it's like a deep breath.
Anybody else, Tracy?
I agree. Oh no, I agree. And just getting home and being hooked up with the corporate team, I was actually quite surprised of how much work and how embedded they have been in such a long time. Obviously, when you start to see it at first and you're looking at the actual concept of the product as a business owner or as a networker, finding out when I got home that there was teams in place, especially with Rod saying all the tech support and corporate support that we've already got down here on the ground. I was great to actually speak to Chris and Rach down in our APAC area this morning, which was fabulous, to connect and actually see how much work has gone on behind the scenes. For me, what was not so much surprising after having met you and seen what you're doing, but very, very positive and confident that this thing's gonna blow and things will get sorted as soon as they need to as we go through the testing and ironing up the bugs and all of those things. So for me, it was amazing to see and amazing to catch up with the corporate support teams.
Let's jump over to, thank you so much. Let's jump over to the next video. Stacey, we got another one we're going to show here. Let's go through a little bit of e-learning. This will be an e-learning experience. So you'd go here, it says Academy, but that will say e-learning here in the next few days. I can click on categories of courses, how to make nachos, important category, really high on my list. So the point is you can go in, here's what you click into, a $99 course here. Charlotte is the course creator. There's some other courses that Charlotte has. So this is kind of how you would go shop through an e-learning experience, so you understand, how the courses work or how they look. So let's jump really quick. Oh, we're adding that one to the wish list. Good. For time's sake, I'm going to keep jumping. Here's a way that you look through your courses. So go ahead and go through your courses. Now this is your course back office. Okay, hey, I'm enrolled in one course. I got one course active. It talks about, like, you've got your own dashboard for the courses you purchase. Let me go, like, I've only went through the first 3 steps in the last course. I want to go through the next 11 steps. So Rod, any closing thoughts? This is just a quick little sneak preview, guys. We know that y'all, we know that you guys all are excited, but you're also a little bit like, uh-oh, is it going to work? Is it going to be there? Is it real? So Rod, closing thoughts.
Yeah, I'm typing like this. I'll doing all the answers I can on the Q&A line, and I'll keep doing that. So make sure you're watching all the answers for some of these tech questions. Reality is, a couple things to notice. This platform is a web-delivered platform. Will scale to whatever device you're on, whether that's an iPhone, an iPad, any kind of a pad, any type of a phone. And it will also work on your laptop, whatever. There's reasons for doing that. A couple of quick questions people are asking me. What about services? What about tech-related services? Things like that. Think of it this way. If you can buy it on an e-commerce platform as a product, a tangible physical product that you buy, gets sent to you, receive, those are the first easiest products for us to do. We are absolute masters in our space at doing attribution. Attribution is a very fancy word that simply says, when I refer you, Nick, as a customer, and you make a purchase, whether that purchase happens by me referring you or somebody 2,000 levels deep in my organization, in my marketplace, when you make that purchase, that attribution just rolls uphill. That is what we're good at. We're pros at that. That technology happens worldwide, seamlessly, in every way you can imagine for you to do it. A couple other points I'm seeing on here. The reality is, when we add a new vendor, the searchable capacity, the hashtag capacity, the brand level capacity, the offer search capacity, What's most advantageous for you as an anchor product as you're building a team? What is the thing that you like the most relative to, look, I've got grandbabies. Do I want to get some clothes for my babies? Search for that, right? All of these things are there. And as we add new vendors, the scale of the opportunity just grows, right? You'll see the storefront growing, growing, growing. More categories will be open as the vendors come on. Clearly, as we go forward, as you're thinking about this, some of you are asking, well, do I have to make the product? No, you don't have to make the product. You need to find a product that you like, Nick, in the country you live in. Go talk to that vendor of that product and say, I want to put you on a platform where we have worldwide affiliates, worldwide influencers, worldwide customers. We definitely have them here in our marketplace where we live, whether that's Colombia or Thailand or Vietnam, the United States, Canada, anywhere in Europe, wherever you live, you can find a vendor as an influencer pro and put them on the platform to sell the product that you like. That's what we're doing for you. It's extraordinary, never been done. And that is the difference between any other company that exists right now in the industry, outside the industry, in e-commerce, whatever. Still answering questions. Here we go.
Okay, so quick question. How about non-physical products such as services? Well, non-physical products could be digital, which digital is non-physical, but is a product, and we will absolutely have lots of those. Services are going to be touch and go. We're not going to enter into the game with services. In the future, we will add some services, but it's got to be able to go through the merchant account right now. And it's got to be easily transactable between customer and vendor, etc. So that's kind of a hard one to answer there. Okay, I want to talk to you guys really quickly about expectations. So expectations are truly, truly, truly important. And I'm going to demo a couple more things for y'all. If we can pull the slide down for a second so I can talk about expectations, I would appreciate it. Thanks, Stace. So our technology is just coming to life, like literally just coming to life after months and months and months and months and months and months and months of development. But remember, LaCour Enterprises owns all of the tech companies feeding in to the marketplace that we're building. That's an important thing for everyone to remember, because it's this really interesting combination of a 20-year-old startup, right? You've got the front-end technology company, the back-end technology company, the bank, all working together, aka the shopping cart experience, the merchant processing. That's all owned by LaCour, all working together to build the marketplace on top of it. Oh, also, sorry, LaCour Logistics, which is your third-party logistics, etc. So you have 4 different groups that are coming together to build the marketplace layer. So is the marketplace fully built and done? No. Is this still beta? Absolutely. Are things not going to work? You betcha. Oh, you betcha. Is there going to be challenges and issues? For sure. But will they get resolved? Yes. Do we have to call someone in another continent or another planet or another universe that we don't know, that doesn't have our best interest, that doesn't have, hoping that they fix it? No. It's all in the ecosystem. So every day, Rod wakes up and he works with 3 or 4 other CEOs in the same ecosystem to kick ass to get this thing out the door. But I want to make sure we all have 2 expectations. 1 is that this thing is going to be a beast. 2, we got to get there, right? We got to get there. So even though all of us has PTSD with different companies and different platforms and different technologies and different promises and different, things, BS, that's been taught to us, I don't want any of you guys to revert back to, oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew this wasn't going to this, or I knew it wasn't going to that, because I'm preparing you for challenges, issues. You are an innovator. An innovator is at first 1.5% of people before the early adopters. You're a pioneer. And in making that choice, things are going to be for the first version. But we have 4 CEOs every day working around the clock to make sure it gets to 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 as fast as possible. So that being said, on the 15th, we are going to open up back half of the day to our first few hundred time-stamped leaders that came in, the first ones to say yes. We're gonna let them go in first because we want to make sure if they get the spinning wheel of death or the credit card thing isn't working, it happens to our first couple hundred leaders. It doesn't happen to everybody in this database that may not have the same patience, etc. When I look at GG, I see patience. That's a patient man right there. So we are going to test this with the leadership first on the 15th. On the 16th, we're going to open up to the next 1,000, 2,000, and the next 1,000, 2,000, next 1,000, 2,000. And we're going to keep opening up to waves and waves and waves on the 16th, maybe even into the 17th. The same way we tested the invitation process. For those of you guys that were there at the beginning of the invitation process, the reason why it worked 96, 97% of the time is because the leaders all tested it. And my beard was fully black before the first 2 days of the invitation process. And then by the second day of the invitation process, it turned gray. I'm completely joking. Point is, we're going to go in first and break this thing. Then we're going to bring in the next 1,000, next couple thousand, next couple thousand. By the time middle day 17th is there, everybody will be in that wants to be in and will be upgraded. I'm going to show you the process in a second. Rod, anything you want to add to that for expectations?
Yeah, I do want to remind everybody, and I think Stacy, if you have this image, and I actually am going to jump on with 3 of the 4 CEOs and their teams in 2 minutes. So I'm going to leave this Zoom. I want to make sure I give you this update about making sure every one of your personal invites has opted in to receive messages from the company in this transition period from invitee to enrollment upgrade path. All right, make sure, and here's where they do it. It's on the dashboard of the invite tool you each have and they each have. They have already agreed to the terms of use. Some of you have not yet agreed to the SMS and the email. Make sure you do that. Make sure everybody does that. We want that to happen on your behalf so we can communicate to them on your behalf and help you continue the path of building your team from which your teams come, the customers, the affiliates, everything that we're working to build towards each other and together. So make sure you do that. Everything else, guys, I'm overwhelmed with excitement for you and have absolutely the commitment to bring to you what we're working on. Stay involved in every strategy call, every Zoom, get on the Telegram channel. All the questions we're seeing are absolutely available for you to find your own answers. We need to be self-guided, self-led, self-taught. Everything that we're working to together, we need to get ourselves into this plan and process because that's how we scale together. Nick, amazing leadership. Thank you to each of the members on the call for their panel work, for their outstanding energy, and for their direct contribution to what we're doing. Thank you. Rod's out.
Rod's out. Rod's go fix some things.
Talk to you later.
Get out of here. Okay, we got a couple more cool things to go over here, guys. And another video I want to demo for you. But now let's talk about what we're going to do together. So before you pull up that slide, Stacy, here's the story. I'm going to go to gallery view so I can start bringing in my friends here. Between the 15th, early leaders, and the 20th at midnight central, that's going to be everyone's opportunity to upgrade. We're not bringing in affiliates. Affiliates will be week 2. We're not bringing in customers. Customers will be week 3. We're not bringing in vendors. Vendors will be week 4. Right now, it's just influencers, influencer pros who want to upgrade, okay? Why do you want to upgrade? We actually just had this question. She said, I deserve special things for being a pioneer. I said, you're right. That is the community bonus. Community bonus timestamp is probably the most special thing I can provide for you, because if you upgrade and keep that timestamp and you stay active, you hold a spot in this community before tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, 1 million, 2 million people join over the next 5, 7, 10 years. That's not going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I put 800,000 influencers into my last company. Travis, I'm sure you put in some huge numbers into your last companies, into the hundreds of thousands. If I was to ask you what kind of numbers you put up in the past?
We put in a few. We put in a few.
Tens of thousands. I know
hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. I know Terry's put in millions, a million. We're going to put millions of people into this company. And if your timestamp is in the first several thousand, that's a really good perk. It's a really good perk as a pioneer. So here's what we're going to ask everybody right now. We've got to focus on a couple steps here. Step one, Stacey, we'll pull that slide up. Thank you so much. Step one, 20 more invitations. 20 more. You got 20 more in you. You got 36 hours, 20 more invitations. Why not? Let's go for it. Go through your database. Keep inviting. Encourage your team. Keep inviting. 20 more. Has anybody in the Q&A invited, besides Matt Britt, invited anyone that got accepted while on this Zoom in the last hour? Matt, over to you. How many accepted in the last few that you put over? Did anybody accept? I don't want to put you in the spot, but tell me the news.
No, I didn't have anybody accept yet, but I have been talking with a bunch of people. About 15 of them actually have been going through information since we got on the Zoom here tonight.
My man, the guy took this hour to share and on this Zoom and to invite 15 more people.
I knew I wasn't going to be talking the whole time, so.
Michael Mayer, 24 in this hour is the most by one person. Holy cow. Anybody else? Send out those invites. Now, between now and upgrade week, all of us are going to put in 5 influencer pros. Personally, 5 influencer pros. You plus your 5. Week 2, 10 affiliates each for free. Week 3, 10 customers each. Week 4, 1 vendor. If we do this, it's lights out. It's game over. If we all go do next 48 hours, 20 VIP registrations, 5 influencer pros, 10 affiliates, 10 customers, 1 vendor each, this is going to be bananas. Let me talk to my panel. Panel, what do you guys think about this idea? Let's go ahead and pull down slide. Take 2 of you.
Well, number
Absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. And that's the thing. Like when you have a look at what you've just put up, that is absolutely doable if you're just having a couple of conversations across those different areas. So, I mean, I want to 10x that and add some zeros to that, which would be absolutely fabulous. But for me, I believe it's doable if we put in the work, 100%.
Well, as Travis said earlier, the duplication process. So what your people are going to do exactly what you do. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going back to the question about, what do I deserve? You deserve to be a pioneer. And pioneers, and Travis also addressed this, is that as a pioneer, that's those that see the course, those are the ones that make the most money. I've done it 3 times. I've done it with Nick Sornicola, and I guarantee this one's bigger than all of them. So number 1, you got to upgrade everybody and focus on the upgrade. Focus on the upgrade. Focus on the upgrade, and then everything will take care of itself.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, go ahead.
Pardon me. No, I was just going to say, it's not just enough to get them in the door. You got to move them along. You can't just focus on getting the registration and leaving them. It's about getting them engaged, right? Because dollars always follow value. And the moment that you give somebody a small victory, the minute that you get somebody into the inviting process and they get that first registration back, what happens is all of a sudden in their mind, they go, I can do this. This is working. I can be successful in this environment. And that is the key to getting somebody to upgrade. And so that's why I was saying earlier, I don't just lead with free. I'll just take a spot. It's just free. It's not enough. You got to get them in. You got to build the value. Dollars always follow value. Get them engaged. And if you can do that, and we can do that collectively, and we all 20 times this thing, I mean, it is lights out. It's game over for all of us moving forward. There's 693. That's the number. 693 is the average amount of people that each and every one of you have in your phone from a contact standpoint. Let me ask you a question right now. What percentage of that 693 in your phone knows about Shoply right now? I would be willing to bet that it's less than 5% on average across the board with everybody collectively on this call. 693 people sitting in your phone right now, and I'm willing to bet 650 of them have never heard the name Shoply.
Thank you for sharing. I'm gonna give you guys some data really quick. United States, tens of thousands, 40 plus thousand, to be honest with you guys. Canada, 2,500. That's second place. Australia, third place. Let's go. 1,000. This is earlier today. So actually we're missing several thousand from the whole thing. I'm just giving you guys numbers. You ready for the sleeper on this whole thing? Jamaica, 923. Thailand, 703. India, 600. United Kingdom, 500. Nigeria, 400. Netherlands, 300. Philippines, 250. Germany, 250. I mean, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. So, guys, there's a whole big world out there, but that's what's happening right now out there in some countries. Shout out Australia. They may be small in population.
Numbers.
Small in population, but boy, do they pack a punch. Okay. Krista says, hey, I'm better at vendor recruitment. What are my advantages? I mean, you can make a 6 or 7 figure income just bringing in vendors as long as you can match them up to team builders and influencers and get them a victory, or teach them how to launch their own affiliate channel. We will teach them how to do that, and we'll teach you how to do that as well. Let's get back into the system really quick, Stace. Okay. We've got 2 more webinar snapshots tomorrow. 2 more tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 14th, and then we're done. Tomorrow at noon. Is this right? What do we got here? Webinar snapshot, 7 p.m. CDT, 6 p.m. CET. Sorry. 6 p.m. CET and 7 p.m. CDT. So it's actually, this should be flipped around. That's why it threw me off. 6 p.m. CET tomorrow and 7 p.m. CDT tomorrow. The last 2 snapshots we're doing for the week. We'll explain to you why. Keep it rolling, please. Thank you so much. Let's go to strategy sessions. Was this useful so far? I haven't even showed you a couple things, and I have to show you guys how we're going to upgrade people. So please don't log off because I haven't showed you that part yet. So how do I upgrade? Good question. So go back, please, one slide. Tomorrow, we're going to do this again twice. So if anybody missed this, get them on at 10 a.m. CDT or 10 p.m. CDT, because we're going to keep this. Tomorrow will be shorter because we're going to have a better way of messaging it all. First time, it's always longer. Thank you guys for being with us doing this. Let's go through how to upgrade. I gave you guys this schedule. Now you can screenshot it. August 9th to the 15th. Daily snapshots continue. Deep strategy sessions on upgrade. On August 15th, week 1, we're going to let in our first couple hundred people. On the 15th, 16th, the next wave of thousands, maybe a little bit into the 17th, and then we kick down the doors for everybody. We are not looking for affiliates, customers, or vendors from the 15th to the 20th at midnight. Check it out. Your timestamp matches your VIP registration. I want to show you guys 2 things. I want to show you guys what we're working on to launch on the 20th. It's called ShopleyPartners.com. It does not look like this. These are generic mock-ups, but many of you have been asking about sales funnels. Here's how it'll work. Click the button. You're going to have a website on the 21st called ShopleyPartners.com/your username, or your username.ShopleyPartners.com. It will say influencer journey or vendor journey. Vendor journey will say coming soon. But what I'm going to show you for the influencer journey will be recreated for the vendors, but for vendor language, vendor presentation, vendor knowledge. Let's take you on the influencer journey for the 21st. They're going to see video 1. Video 1 is the explainer video. It's got 20,000 views right now on YouTube. You've seen it. It's the 3.5-minute explainer video. Hit it again. It's then going to say, here's video 2. Actually, go backwards. Sorry about this. It's going to say, are you ready to enroll, or do you need more info? If they're ready to enroll, it'll take them to an enrollment page. If they want more info, it'll take them to video 2. Pause right here. Video 1, hold on your slides. I'm going to pull up mine. Video 1 is, what is Shopley? Video 2 is, how does it work? Every single one of you guys at this point has seen except for a few, has seen what is Shoply. And the rest of you guys are now waiting to find out, how does it work? So what is Shoply? How does it work? What is Shoply? How does it work? Well, let's go here for a second. And Stacy, let me know if you're looking at my simulator right now or something else.
Simulator.
Simulator. Okay, here we go. I have to show this small screen, guys, because it crashed when I tested this a couple times. So we're gonna keep a small screen. Here we go. This is how does Shoply work? So your person goes through what is it? Then how does it work?
Shoply isn't just a company. It's a revolutionary ecosystem designed to empower vendors, affiliates, and influencers.
Let me say this, I'm sorry. This is not final. You're gonna see some errors. You're gonna see some things you don't like. It's not final. It's not final. Thank you.
Like never before. Let's dive into the heart of Shoply's platform and discover how it can unlock unprecedented opportunities for you. In a world where the lines between tangible and digital products are increasingly blurred, Shoply emerges as the game changer. Operational in over 150 countries from day one, we bring a new wave of commerce to your fingertips. Shoply provides an extensive selection for every niche and interest, which will have tens of thousands of offers. Whether it's exotic beauty products, premium supplements, cutting-edge health and fitness tech gadgets, or the best digital courses from the greatest experts around the world, Shoply ensures a diverse range of products catering to all the needs of your fans and followers. One of the most significant advantages of Shoply is the 100% direct bonus incentive. Unlike agencies or platforms like TikTok and others that take a substantial cut of your revenue, Shoply ensures that you get what you deserve, maximizing your earnings and rewarding your efforts without any hidden fees. Our ongoing attribution system means you continue to earn from customers who return to the platform, even from the sales of products you didn't personally promote. This ensures you still earn a commission from a repeat customer you initially referred to Shoply that buys from another vendor. By continuously providing diverse products, your repeat customers continue to increase your earnings. For those of you who have mastered your craft, you probably have recognized that whenever you launch a brand or product, several copycats pop up. Shoply provides a solution to the issue of copycats. Instead of losing market share by the hands of emulators copying your content and systems, you can teach your successful tactics and strategies to other influencers and affiliates. This collaboration not only protects your market share, but also earns you additional bonuses from our vendors who are willing to pay for your expertise. Instead of competing against other influencers, you will learn to attract and develop them. There will be times when you will be searching for a product or brand that doesn't exist on our marketplace. One unique aspect of Shoply is the opportunity to bring vendors to the platform. If you are passionate about a specific product category, you can introduce new vendors and receive a commission on every sale made by any Shoply influencer or affiliate worldwide without personally being a direct part of any transaction. And let's not forget, some of you will become Shoply vendors yourselves. If you have a product or service to offer, Shoply provides the platform to reach a global audience. Create and sell your products worldwide, leveraging the power of Shoply's extensive network. Whether you're launching a new brand or expanding an existing one, Shoply provides the tools and resources to reach millions of potential customers. Tap into our advanced analytics, marketing support, and seamless logistics to maximize your sales and grow your business exponentially. To sum it up, with Shoply, there are 4 ways to transform your efforts into substantial earnings. Earn 100% of the bonus directly from the vendor by promoting products anytime, anywhere. Earn continuous commissions from repeat customers you initially referred to Shoply, even when they buy products you didn't promote, ensuring your income grows as customers explore more on Shoply. Build a global network and earn commissions from your own team of influencers and affiliate sales and activities. Introduce new vendors to Shoply and earn from every sale they make through the platform. Shoply is shaping the future of shopping. With our state-of-the-art technology and commitment to excellence, we are ready to lead the charge in transforming the way the world shops. Join the movement that's redefining commerce and creating opportunities for all. Embrace the change. Unite together. Don't get left behind. Shoply, the world is your marketplace.
Panel, over to you. Ron, panel, take it away.
Well, you know, I'm a
Well-
video guy and I absolutely love it. I think it's very descriptive and it's going to make people understand. It's going to be a new conversation for a lot of people, which a lot of people are looking for. They need a new conversation. So I love it, Nick. Good work with you and your team.
I call it wow service. We've already delivered a wow and we haven't even started.
Anybody else? Take it away. Come on, guys.
Another great tool to leverage. You know, I think it's all about making things simple, giving people resources that they can go through on their own time. And by doing so, they get it. They can duplicate it, as Travis has said. And this is just another great tool in our arsenal that's going to really be effective in helping people understand what's going on and take action on what they can do to be a part of it.
All right, one more. Anybody else? One more.
What is this? Can I do it? Is it worth it? You know what it is. You absolutely can do it because anybody can share a video, share it. Then that's what these guys have done is they've created such a simple, duplicatable system for the masses. And we've already seen some of the examples of whether or not it's worth it.
Well, you did a great segue here, Travis, because the how's it worth it is actually the next part of the website. So it's going to go from what is it, guys? How does it work? And then finally, it's going to take you to enroll. People will put in their information right here. It'll take them to the enrollment site. This is a mobile version, obviously. There'll be a video that explains what the packages are. They'll pick on the package. They'll see right here. This will be a live stream of every lead that's hitting the company worldwide. And it's going to have a countdown clock to when the week closes. So everybody knows to upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Otherwise, somebody else is upgrading somewhere else around the world. And that community bonus is real important. So I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead here so we can bring this thing to a close. Go ahead and hit the next slide. I want to share with everybody how they're going to upgrade. Just a second, jump to the diagram if you can. I'll show everyone just the path on the diagram. Thank you so much, Stace. So here we go. ShopleyPartners.com is going to hit on the 21st. They're going to go through what is Shopley and straight to enroll, or how does it work, and then to enroll. If they enroll, takes them to getting started training and dashboard. If they don't enroll, takes them to a long form video, frequently asked questions, back to enroll, getting started training and dashboard. A week later, we'll roll out the same thing for vendors. So you guys will have all of this built for you. I know everybody wants everything now. Everyone wants everything on YouTube now. Everyone wants everything. It's just, you got to give us time. Remember 30 days ago, none of us were here, right? So this was just a whisper 30 days ago. Now we have all this stuff here already. Let's talk about finally how to upgrade for you, for your people, for your team. How are you going to lock in your spot? Stace, go ahead and just verbally tell me, am I missing anything? Or can we jump straight to how to upgrade?
You're good.
Let's go through how to upgrade, and we'll go through, I think it's actually the next part. If not, we'll go through the back, and then we'll go through the back half of the calendar, and we'll be done. So here's what's going to happen. Anybody recognize this? This is your lead back office. Excuse me. This is your invite dashboard. This is your invite dashboard right here. On the 15th, late part of the 15th, early part of the 16th, it depends on who you are. You're going to be summoned to upgrade. What's going to happen is right here, it's going to say, hey, congratulations. It's day one. It's time to upgrade, yada, 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 yada. There's going to be an upgrade button right here. You're going to click the upgrade button, and it's going to take you to this page right here. Next slide, please. Which you guys just saw, which is the enrollment page. Not go one more. I don't know, the enrollment page we were just showing should have gone, there we go, this one. This is where you will actually pick your enrollment package. So it's going to move you from your invitation dashboard into this enrollment page. On the enrollment page, it's going to have 2 videos for week 1 because ShopleyPartners.com doesn't launch till the 21st. It'll say, what is Shopley? How does it work? And enroll. So they'll actually might even have all 3. What is Shopley? How does it work? And enroll. It's got more than enough information for everybody to upgrade and to buy now. So we're going to send out an email and a text when it's your time, when it's ready. It's going to go out to you, email and or text to you and to your people that are locked in. It's going to drive them to invite.shoply.com. Go back a slide. This is invite.shoply.com. They're going to go here. It's going to have an upgrade button. Why are we using this? Because it already has credentials. So they click here. Their credentials are already there. It's going to take them over to the enrollment page, which is right here. And this is where everybody upgrades. I'm going to open this up. Any questions from my panel that you think your team might be thinking as to what they're supposed to do, not why, but what they're supposed to do to upgrade? It's pretty straightforward, right? It's pretty basic.
For me, it's very straightforward, Nick. Y'all have done a great job making it simple, making it duplicatable. And then, if something's not working, we'll get it fixed. And just remember, we're pioneers.
Thank you, brother. Anybody else? Any questions you can think your team? By the way, you guys can throw questions in the Q&A.
If they have a problem, what is their best path that you would like them to take to resolve those issues?
Support, there'll be buttons everywhere you can use for support, but support.shoply.com is our Zendesk. Sorry, not dot. Support@shoply.com. You can throw this in the chat, support@shoply.com. Tim's got a question. Will I see my genealogy? Yes, you'll see that. The moment you enroll and start enrolling people, you'll be able to see that in your back office on 15th, 16th, or 17th, depending what day you get in. Here's a question people will probably ask. Is the invitation process still live? Yes. The invitation process is how you get people in the system until the 21st. On the 21st, invitation system will ride off into the sunset, and it will be shoplypartners.com/you, your name, your username. So you're going to keep using the invitation process until the 21st. Anyone else? Questions in the chat? Once we register, will everyone on our team, will we see? Yes, just answer that. You will see your team as long as you enroll them. What else?
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this has been answered yet. If it has, forgive me, but what if somebody misses that week and they don't upgrade?
You take that one, brother. What if they don't upgrade? What are the ramifications of not taking my timestamp spot and upgrading?
Then they have to start over, right?
Yeah, so what's going to happen is if you don't upgrade in your time period and you choose to wait till the week after, you just go into the first available node in the community bonus. So whatever node you had is now taken, it got compressed, and you go into the first available one. Is it better to upgrade a week from, is it best to upgrade on the 15th, 16th, 17th through the 20th? Yes. Is it better to do it 2 weeks from now than to do it from 2 months from now? Yes. Is it better to do it from 2 months from now than 2 years from now? Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I pose that question because I don't want anybody to get casual right now. This is the time to be maniacal about reaching down into your organization and making sure everybody's prepared.
How will we know what category we are in to upgrade? You just are going to look at the enrollment options. You cannot join as a free affiliate in the first week. You can in the second week. So if you want to wait, you could, but you lose your timestamp. You're just going to pick Influencer or Influencer Pro. Anyone else on the invitation process? Then Anonymous has got a great question for us as always. They're kind of snarky in their anonymous questions. What if a customer wants to change to an influencer? They can. We don't have any customers yet, but they could in the future. But it says, but vendors' time period will be the following week, so we still have 5 days from then. I don't follow that question mark. If you want to rewrite the question mark, Taylor, happy to answer that. Rich says, how do I change my username? Once you get in the back office, you'll be able to make those changes. Okay. So, so here it is. It says 15% of each sale is a lot. It's a lot to pay 15% in sales and marketing. You know what's a lot? Facebook ads. Because you're guaranteed to pay and you don't know if you're going to make a sale. You know what's a lot? Pay-per-click. You know what's a lot? To pay a sales force before they actually make a sale. That's a lot. You're paying us of a guaranteed sale. Not a lot. Not a lot. So if you want to use traditional advertising, you can use traditional advertising. If you want to pay upfront for salespeople, you could. If you want to pay upfront for marketing fees from Facebook, TikTok ads, Instagram ads, you can, or you can pay 15% after a guaranteed sale. I'll play that game all day long. I'll pay 50% for a guaranteed sale because it's guaranteed. I'll give 35% in commissions, 15 to Shapley, plus they pay my merchant fees. So it's only 12 to Shapley plus 3% my merchant fees. I'm taking the other 50% on a guaranteed sale. That's a business model I'll run all day long, twice on Sunday. How is it guaranteed? It's guaranteed because you got the sale and then you paid the 15%. So meaning you don't pay 15% until the sale happens. So it's a guarantee. Meaning you don't pay there's no fee, 15% fee until you make a sale.
No exposure.
And Jay Forston says a lot compared to what? Yeah, a lot compared to what? Perfect. So Mark, this might not be the platform for you, partner. 15% is outside of the pay zone. We understand it's not for everybody. Okay, let's go to closing thoughts. Tomorrow, next steps in my world for everybody are we've got 2 more of these. I'm sorry for the long one today. We're just getting our groove on here. We're figuring it out. Tomorrow will still be at least an hour, 15 minutes. You do not have to log back in if you caught this one. You're welcome to, but you don't. But anyone that missed it, you got to get them in here. How many of you guys in the Q&A box, tell me what your favorite thing that you saw? I'm not asking this so you're stroking my ego. I'm asking you because it helps me understand what's working out there. Tell me what the best part of tonight was for you so I can make sure we do that tomorrow. And while we're doing that, panel, closing thoughts from everybody, once around.
Well, there's a lot of information tonight, and this is something I've been doing regularly since you reached out to me, Nick, is repetition. Repetition to get it, and over time you're going to get it. The great news is everything's recorded, and so if you miss something, you can go back and watch it. And if a team member can't be on it, send them the recording, they can watch it. It's going to all come together. The steps are simple. And obviously over the next couple of days, you want to focus on your team, get your 5, get them upgraded, and let's keep on moving.
Yeah. And set your calendars to make sure you break it down. So when we're focused in the next 48 hours, 24, to get, your last invites, and then just don't let the whole thing overwhelm you. If you chunk it down into the schedule that we do and we focus and tick off the task and focus and tick off the task, then you won't get overwhelmed by trying to put it all together and just follow the calendar. That's what I would suggest. But, let's go and let's build this amazing business together.
Yeah, I would say don't let yourself, because you're afraid, you're learning, you're slowing down, talk yourself out of an opportunity that you have before you. Simple is speed. Right now, you keep it simple, you keep it easy. Like I think it was GJ said or Travis said, that's how you duplicate. If you try to overcomplicate it, it's going to bog you down and you're going to lose an amazing opportunity here before you because you're taking too much time. So don't let that be the case. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you know who that is, his biggest regret in business is that he passed twice as an angel investor into Uber because he thought that company was about travel. And he said, I don't want to be in a travel company. What he didn't realize is that was a platform that was going to make people's life better. And that's what this is. We are a platform that's going to make people's life better. We're a synergy of multiple industries colliding into one place. Don't talk yourself out of this opportunity. And we are just thrilled that you're here.
Amazon currently moves 12 million items a day, 12 million. And we have built a platform that is taking the best of that business model, as well as the best of many others, and combining it with the best of another industry that we've had a tremendous amount of success in. The leadership of this company has vast levels of experience in all of those places. And we can do what Amazon has done. I'm not saying we're going to be selling 12 million items a day every day out of the gate, but as we go and bring on tens of thousands of the best vendors around the world, as we go and generate affiliates, millions and millions of affiliates all over the world, we could be doing a fraction of that, right? We could be doing 50% of that number. There's never been a direct sales company on earth that has come even close to that. We have the opportunity right here, right now to capitalize on this, be those early pioneers, take that step. This isn't a risk. This is a step to take control of your life and capitalize on a global shift to social selling. I hope everybody sees that and joins us on this journey. And I'm so excited to be working with you.
Well said. Such great advice from the panelists tonight. It's been a pleasure to be here. I would just say this, it's not enough to recognize the opportunity of a lifetime. You have to act during the lifetime of the opportunity. And right now there is such a big opportunity that's in front of us. And I want to ask each and every one of you a question. What is your goal? Like, what's your expectation, your dream from Shoply? What's your big vision that you have here? And if you haven't really gotten clear on that, then I want you to define that. I want to know exactly what every single one of you want to obtain, what rank you want to achieve within that first 45 days. I want to know exactly what you're going after. And then here's the second question I'm going to follow that up with. What are you willing to do to get there? It's called the law of sacrifice. You have to give up to go up. You might have to take the weekends on for the next 6 weeks, but what you do in the next 6 weeks, the story that you create is a story that you're going to tell over and over and over and over again. And so I would ask you to really consider, what are you willing to give up over the next 45 days? There's really only a few qualities that you need to be successful here at Shoply. You've got to have a burning desire, number one, to change and to grow. Number two, you've got to be willing to go do the work. And the work is not that difficult. They've created all the tools for us to be able to go out and share them. Number three, you've just got to be teachable and coachable. Get plugged in. Just me being on this panel tonight, I have to tell you, my excitement level went from here to here. Like, I'm literally fired up. I was worn out before I got on this because I've been on Zooms all day and I cannot wait. I'm actually mad that I didn't follow Matthew and I'm not sending invites while I was sitting here talking. So I'm kind of mad at myself. So you've got to be teachable and coachable, and you got to be hungry, as Les Brown would say. And I can tell you that we just have an opportunity right now that's in front of us that is so significant. My wish for each and every one of you is that you don't take it for granted. Don't take this for granted. 90 days from now, looking back saying, I wish I would have done more. Go push and push hard. Dream big, think bigger.
GJ, did you go?
Well,
oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, Ron, go ahead, take it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Well, listen, this is really powerful. Just us talking about this and just basking in the Shoply opportunity, space, and potential. Now it's up to us to manifest that. But now it's up to us to manifest that potential. And I would tell you that if I can paint a little picture for you guys, our impact on humanity. Britt said 12 million products a day at Amazon. Imagine us taking little baby steps or big giant steps, or we sprint into the marketplace where we start liberating the dreams of people around the world who have these novelty products, who are handmade, or everything in between that. Or we're now illuminating somebody's vision, their products, their purpose on this planet. We start giving more purpose to humanity. What's going to happen to the overall energy of the money, overall energy of the business, and the overall energy and uniting of the humanity? So I'm very excited about this, guys. I can just feel in my gut that idea of people just popping out of nowhere, who all of a sudden we're giving them the opportunity to be seen, to be heard, to be appreciated, to be rewarded and valued. So I love this idea. That's just one that until someday we're doing 12 million products a day ourselves this way, really illuminating the people. So with that, grateful. If I were you guys, I would stay up late tonight. Make sure you get your people on tomorrow and tomorrow night. There's 2 of them. So I'd be digging deep to make sure my people are on this, because tonight made it feel more tangible, more touchable, more real. So Nick, great work. You and Stacy, everybody, appreciate everything you guys are doing over there.
Stacy, MVP as always. Thank you very much. I'm going to show you guys the next steps. Here's the next steps, and here's a closing thought. You got 300 of you still here. I love you guys. Like, man, I love you guys still here. Unbelievable. Here's your exact next steps. If you have anybody that missed this, put them on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. I strongly recommend they have context. Make sure they've seen at least a 3-minute explainer video, maybe a snapshot, so they don't walk into a strategy session blind. Stacey, if we can pull up the slides with the next step slide, I would appreciate it. So that's one of those steps, is you use these strategy sessions. I'll jump to the end of, I think it's, there we go. So we also have an 11 o'clock Central Time call tomorrow. And our snapshots are 12 and 8 Eastern, which is 11 to 7. You can still invite people to these snapshots tomorrow. These are the last 2 snapshots. So invite to these snapshots tomorrow. That's one step. Go ahead. Next step is plug into the strategy sessions. There's 2 tomorrow. You don't have to be on. Number 3 is on launch day, upgrade everybody. And we're going to do upgrade Q&As. Every day we're going to do upgrade Q&As for you. My person doesn't know the package, upgrade Q&A. My person has questions, upgrade Q&A. My person doesn't understand the value, upgrade Q&A. My person, upgrade Q&A. We're going to do them twice a day, every day, the 15th to the 20th. We'll do every question until somebody says, I'm out or I'm in. So we've got you guys covered, but we got to take action. We got 4 to 8 hours until the first wave of you guys come in, the next wave on the 16th, the final wave on the 17th, and then this is it. Pre-launch has begun. And this is what we've all been waiting for. Slide down. This is what you've prayed for. This is what you've worked for. This is what you prepared for. This is what you failed for. This is what your heart got broken for. This is what you led for. This is what you bled for. These are all the reasons, right? We're always like, why me? Why me? Why this? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did I lose my last company? Why did 15 years go down? Like, there's so many whys I could ask. I know why. For this. I didn't get a chance to work with Tracy before. I didn't get a chance to work with Travis before. I didn't get a chance to work with Ron before, or Rod Larson before. I didn't get a chance to work with all of you guys before, except for a handful of you. That's why. That's why, because we're all here. And what we get to do next, it's going to be freaking amazing. It's going to be world changing. It's going to be epic. And we're all going to be so grateful that we had this moment in time. So I'm grateful for all of you. What a journey. Thank you for the last hour 45. I'm sorry we're so long. We're done. We're officially over. Goodbye, everyone.